with his toys. So if you hear a lot of background noise, that's Bo. So welcome. Hi there. I have some beautiful cards to share with you today featuring the Friends for Life bundle. And as you know, the bundles with dies are on sale right now. They're usually 10% off, and they're an extra 10% off right now. So that's a real deal. It's until the end of this month, 5 more days. You can get the cards I'm going to do today for free by ordering with me, placing an order of $35 or more in my online store using the host code right here. This is the current host code, SBR7XJUN. And I'll put a link into below in the comments or in the description on YouTube, so you can just order with the host code already embedded right in the link. So, and today is the last day to order. If you want these cards, it featured the Layers of Beauty last week. Not this one. That's one I made, but it's not one of the cards. This is it right here. This is another bundle that is an extra 10% off right now. And it is just gorgeous, and it comes with masks. So if your order is $35 or more, and you can let me know I want the Layers of Beauty bundle, today's the last day for that. You do need to use the host code, and I will send you gems if your order is $50 or more. I've just decided if your order is $50 or more, you can let me know what gems you would like. You can pick out your gems from the catalog. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So move this aside. We'll move our host code aside. And if you're watching, comment and say hi. Tell me where you're from. And I'm just going to look at my Facebook screen in case I get comments, and so I can see them. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Renee. Thanks for joining in today. So let me show you the bundle. And I'm just going to go to my project view, which is right there, and move that out of the way. So the bundle is not on my cart. Let me go grab that so you can see that. It's right over here on my desk where I was working. So I love this bundle. It has great sentiments. It has this huge friend word here, which is really cool. I love the font. Hi, Carol. And then it has these gorgeous dies here. And speaking of dies, in addition to the bundles with dies being an extra 10% off, the Stampin' Cut embossing machines, the mini and the regular size one, are all an extra 10% off right now as well from the normal price. So that is a great deal. So for the friend word, if you want to die cut it, you have this large background die, and then you have this smaller die, and you can see it. I'll show you one of my cards that has that in it, which is this one right here. Let me hold it up there. So we'll show you how to use that. So isn't that a cool die? Those two dies together in the heart. It's a really nice set. It's a beautiful set. So we're going to go ahead and start. And our first card, excuse the glare from my ring light there. We're going to start with a piece of Petunia Pop cardstock. That is 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. Or you can just fold yours in half and burnish it with a bone folder. Actually, I'm going to grab a piece of paper to cover that so you guys aren't seeing that glare. I didn't think about that earlier when I was getting things around and ready. So we'll grab a piece of grid paper and we'll set it right there. That'll help with that. Okay, much better. All right, so we have our Petunia Pop cardstock. This is one of the new in colors. And we have a layer of fresh freesia. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on. This is a lighter shade of purplish. It's kind of a purple pinkish color. And we'll just add that layer on the front like that. And then I have a piece of Petunia Pop that I have embossed with the dots embossing folder. And I purposefully put this in this upper left-hand corner just to be a reminder of the sun, because we're going to have a flower down here. And so I'm going to add my liquid glue, and this is Stampin' Notes, the Tombow glue that they sell. I've just put it in this glue press. Many of you asked, the glue press is from My Sweet Petunia, which is a company that makes paper crafting supplies, and you can get it there. It's great if you have arthritis or issues with squeezing the bottle with your hands. So it is really a wonderful tool to have for paper crafting. So there's 2 dies in this set. These right here. There's a small foliage die and then a larger one. And we're going to use these on our card front. we're going to use this one on the card front. And I'm just going to adhere that on there with some small glue dots. You can use the adhesive paper. And I am going to use that on the next card, and I'll explain a little more about that. It's basically a large sheet that you press onto the back of your cardstock or whatever you're going to be die cutting from. And you just peel it off, and you don't have to worry about trying to get your glue on without it going all over the place on a small area. So I really love that die. Hey, Margaret, and thank you for sharing. Oh, you had issues trying to log on. Last night our internet was not working at all. And so yeah, thank you for commenting and sharing. And if you share, you'll be put into a drawing. Cindy Howard, thank you so much for sharing. You won last week, Cindy. If you would like the prize, this is the prize right here. Just message me with your mailing address. It's the Rays of Light stamp set. It's retired, but I may have used it once. It's in beautiful shape. So Cindy, I thank you so much for sharing. And so I forgot to tell you, this little flower is die cut from the Full of Life Designer Series paper. And this is that paper. I'm not super crazy about this kind of a pattern, but I love the color wash on the back. So some of them are a little wild for me, like this, but that's me. And you're welcome, Cindy. Hi, Brenda. Nice to have you on there. Hello, Mom. So anyways, but I love the backs of them. Even if I thought about this would be a great quilt card. You could do a quilt pattern layout with that. You could even cut these. But on the back, I love that, So this is the paper that goes with this bundle. And the name of it again is Full of Life. and it's bright and cheery. It is full of life. So I've die cut this little flower from that, and I've used the Hooray for Surprises. There's a little flower die in this set, and this is another bundle that's 10% off, an extra 10% off right now until the 30th. Has some great sentiments, and it has this little strip you can die cut to stamp a word under it, and you pull it off. So that's really cool. All right, and so anyways, this little flower is die cut from that set. And I'm going to put a little piece of designer series paper behind the back. I'm just going to tear off a little piece here. And I want to layer it on there so it covers those little holes. I'm just going to put it on there like that. Move it over here. And then we're going to add a dimensional to the back of that. I'm just going to bend it up a little bit like that. I'll grab my dimensional. And I'm going to layer it right on there, and I'm going to put it towards the top of this this foliage here, this stem, right there. And then for our sentiment, I have a die cut, and we're going to stamp Thinking of You, which is another nice sentiment in this set. It has a really nice font to it. And I've got to grab the label for that. Let me see, where's my little basket here? Okay, here's the label, and this label is from the Unbounded Love bundle. So also anything that you will need, let me back up. You will need the Friends for Life bundle to make the free kit cards. Anything that is not in that kit that is a die cut like this right here, this label or this flower, I will die cut them for you. I will also do the embossing for the layers that need any embossing. So anything extra on the cards that aren't part of the Friends for Life bundle, I will do that for you. Okay, so there's our Thinking of You. And we're going to add dimensionals to the back of that. Take those off. And I'm just going to pop this on about like that. Thinking of You. And we need a little bow on our flower. And I'm using linen thread, so the linen thread will be in your kit. The only thing that won't be are the gems, but if your order's $50 or more, you can pick what gems you would like. I'm just pull our strings down like that. It's been so stifling hot here, and thankfully the last few days it's cooled down quite a bit and brought a lot of relief. So that's going to go right on there. And I'm going to grab a mini glue dot, put it right there, and then add my little thread, and let's add some gems to this card. I'm going to use these are the in color dots. I'm using the peach pie. They actually pull kind of a dark yellow. So I'm going to trying to get that in the center. Come on. There we go. And we'll add, whoops, we won't add that one. We'll add that one there. And then another one right there. Okay, for the inside of this card, I have a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to add this. My next in-person studio class at my home is Saturday, July 6th. And that is coming up not this weekend, but the following weekend. The cost is free with an order of $25 or more, or it's $20 and you get to choose. It's kind of like a buffet. So I have a large variety of cards. And then you can choose what you want to make, and you can make 6 cards, and you can make, and then it's so much a card over that. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, so there's card number 1. It's featuring a die cut and the pretty sentiment, and the other die cut from the Lifetime of Love bundle. Right, let's do card number 2. So this has a lot of the more intricate die cutting from that card, and then card number 3 is a fun fold that is a gift card. Great to use for like graduation, which is going on in our area right now. I know we're behind, like Florida and the southern states have already had their graduations. So again, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 piece of the thick basic white cardstock. It's scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to layer onto this a piece of basic black that's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I will have the free project sheet on my blog. I don't know if I'll get it up tonight, but it will be up tomorrow for the measurements and the supplies that I used. So this is a close fit, just to have that little frame. The basic white going all the way around that basic black there. Then I have a piece of basic white that's embossed with a distressed brick, I think is the name of this. Something along those lines. All right. Oh, before I do this, we're going to add some little flecks of black on there. And I'm just going to take you could do this with your Stampin' Write marker. This is a basic black Stampin' Blends marker. And I'm just going to flick this onto, flick the tip like that. It's probably not super good for the tip. And you can see it's adding little spots of ink on that card. It just gives it a little more interest. Now let's go ahead. We can go ahead and layer this onto our card base. I always like to use liquid glue with anything that's embossed because it gets down in those little nooks and crannies. And the thing I like about the glue, I don't know if you guys like the glue or the Seal Plus. Both are nice, really, for different reasons, but I really like the glue for most anything, mainly because I don't usually get it on straight the first time. And yeah, it's helpful in getting it on right. So, hi, Becky. Margaret, I had my grandchildren Saturday, so I've got to go back and do the rewind on the Creativity Now. Did anyone else on here do the Creativity Now last week? I have to go back and review it because I had grand kids. Renee, you used mostly glue, yeah. Okay, so we got that done. Now let's take a look at these dies. I've gone ahead just for the sake of time and already did the die cutting, but I want to show you. We have this heart shape and we have this. So this will die cut. If you have a large piece of paper, say this is my card front here. If I put that down, it's just going to die cut those little holes in it. If you want the heart cut out in a heart shape, this detailed heart, you need to use it with this outside die like that, okay? Or you can use the die, this outside die alone. So I've used it alone and I die cut out the heart. This is the Summer Splash in color shimmer paper. And it also die cuts out this outline shape of the heart too. So you can use this for the inside or you could use this with that. It's really, really cool. All right, so that's the heart. So I've already die cut that out. I'm going to set that aside. Now the Friends dies. I think we spoke about this a little bit earlier. Okay, so here's the heart cut out, the whole heart cut out with just the die cut and then the heart shape around it. That's what that looks like, okay? Does anybody have this bundle that's watching? Okay, so for the Friend, I have die cut the larger Friend die from Basic Black because I want that background there. And then I've used the adhesive sheet to die cut the more detailed thin die just because it's easier to, as I said before, instead of trying to add your little dots of glue, then all you have to do is get the backing off this, which isn't always easy, as you can see. All right, I have my take your pick tool. So I know right about here, I tried to start this before my video just to make sure I didn't take a lot of time. There we go, trying to pull the backing out. Okay. So now this is sticky and I can go ahead and just stick this onto the black cardstock. And you do want to be careful because it will pull and stretch it just because it's thin. Oh, Renee, you watched it? Oh, I'm sorry you woke up sick. Okay, so there's our Friend. There is a tiny dot for the eye too, but I'm going to use a gem. All right, so there's that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this at the top of my card. And I'm going to go like this, just like that. And then this heart is going to go down here, and I want to make sure I'll have room. So I'm going to move this over just a tad. Let's see, how did I have it? There we go. So I am adding the glue to this, and I want to show you the adhesive sheets. There's our Friend word. You guys see that okay? Looks like I'm froze. There we go. So there's the Friend. And now I'm going to add the heart. I might have put adhesive sheet on that. Well, anyways, we're just going to add it on like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take this detailed heart here, the white piece, and layer over that. And again, you can use the adhesive sheet. I need to show you what they look like. Okay, so that, I'm pressing that on there like that. Can you hear the dog snoring? He's over in the corner here with his legs up in the air, taking a snooze. Snoozing away. Okay. So we've got that done. And I have some, also in this set, there are these tiny little hearts right here. And I have die cut a couple of those from Melon Mambo. And I've stuck them on a sticky Post-it note just so I don't lose them. Whoops. Come on. So we're going to add them right there like that. And then we need some gems, and I'm going to use the rhinestones because they're very glittery. I'm going to put one down towards the bottom here. And we'll add one, let's see, over here. One there. We need one on our eye at the top. And I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to add one more. It's always better to have an odd number. Oh, maybe over here. Okay, so there's our card front. Let me hold it up so you can see the color better on it. The card front. Oh, this sounds like fun, Renee. I know, I love it when they're little like that. It's fun to watch them. Okay, I want to show you what I did on the inside of this card. Piece of basic black and stamped. I had this die cut here from the Countryside Corners dies, stamped happy birthday. I'm not going to go ahead and do that right now. I want to hurry on to the next card and our final card, which is a fun fold card. So it's going to take a little bit longer to do. So let me show you this card. I love fun folds, and last night I was trying to decide what to do and wanted to come up with a fun fold. So this says best wishes, and it has the larger die cut hearts in the set. It has the heart, just the plain detailed heart there, and we open it. There's another wishes there, and you open it like this, and then open it again, and you have a place for your gift card or money and your sentiment here. So this goes down first, then this, and then this right here, and this tucks in, and you just have to burnish this with your bone folder to give it a little bend so it'll tuck into there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Thank you, Becky, and thank you, Cindy. Okay, so this card, we have 4 by 11-inch piece of basic black cardstock. 4 by 11, and I'm just grabbing it here. I very nicely put it away. How nice. When I was picking up. Okay, here's the 4 by 11, not 4 1/4, but 4 by 11. Okay. This is scored at 4 and 9 1/4. So it's going to fold like this. All right. And we're going to burnish those down good. Just like that. Okay. Our other piece we have, so this is our basic card base. This is a piece of basic white, and I've gone ahead and I've used the intricate detailed heart die, this one right here, to die cut that pattern from the lower left corner. And it has scored at 3 7/8. The measurement for this piece is 7 3/4 by 5, and it's scored at 3 7/8. And again, I'll have my project sheets up on my blog probably tomorrow, later tonight or tomorrow. All right, and then we have some pieces of designer series paper, and I'll tell you the measurements as we go along on those. So let's start with this piece right here. And to this layer right here, I'm going to add a piece of the Full of Life designer series paper that's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So it fits nicely in that 4-inch square. I'm going to add that like that. Okay. So, and we're going to add to the front here a piece of designer series paper that is 1 1/2 by 3 3/4. What sold me on this set, what I love are the dies. Well, the sentiments are really nice too. Okay, and then the same measurement for the inside piece, which is 1 1/2 by 3 3/4. Okay. And we're going to add our pocket for the inside. And this is, I've taken one square that was 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So here's our square, and you just cut it on the diagonal for the pocket, and that's going to go right here. Oh, I glued where we don't want to glue. We want to be able to get that card in there. Okay, let's try this again. Don't put glue along the long side. Was anybody yelling at me on the screen when I was doing that? Okay, so you just want it along these edges here. All right, and we're going to add that right there like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do some stamping on this one right here. So we're going to set this aside for a minute. Set this over here. I'm going to bring this in and lay it flat like that. So I'm going to stamp that best, the large word best. And I've got it mounted right here. I'm using the Mental ink. At one time I couldn't find, I can't remember what it was, but Margaret was telling me, and she finally wrote, it's up right by your, I don't know what it was by, but it was funny. All right, I'm going to get a piercing mat to stamp on. With a photopolymer, it's best, as you guys probably know, to stamp on a mat. You'll get the best impression. Okay, so, and I've got something on there with ink. All right, so there's our best. And we're going to stamp wishes down here. Wishes, where are you? I had you earlier. Oh, maybe I put it back in the stamp set. That's okay, Margaret. We'll catch you one of these times. Thank you, though. Would enjoy having you anytime. Oh, bugs, you guys. I can't find my stamp that says wishes. Best wishes. Let me look over. Here's best. Found it. Okay. Now we're ready to roll here. And we're going to stamp wishes down in this corner. Okay, just like that. And I think, oh, there's a little dash of color. I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to stamp some color across or underneath. It's supposed to look like it's underneath the best. This is a stamp, like it's a little paint, blotch of paint. So let's do Pretty in Pink. And there's a really cool die that die cuts paper to look like that, but it's longer. Best wishes. And then on the inside, I'm going to stamp wishing you, so excited for you is what it is. Well, I'm glad you knew, because I'm not, I'd find it, Margaret. It never fails on a Facebook Live. It's like, I know I had it. Where is it? All right, so excited for you. This would be a good graduation card. And then we need some little hearts down in the corner here, or it could be a wedding card. Here's the little hearts. Pretty in Pink ink. We'll put them right there like that. Maybe we'll put a couple up here. All right. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to adhere this into the center of this card base here. I can move this out of the way. And we'll add our liquid glue like that. Okay, so that is sitting in there. Press that a little bit. So now this is going to go like this. This is going to, oh, this is a good thing I did that. This needs to come up a little bit for that to close right. All right, so we want this up a tad. There. Okay. And then I'm going to cover that with a gem or something. So to do this, we're going to stamp wishes here too. We need wishes right there. There's wishes. It probably would be a good idea to stamp it before, like I said, before you put it on there. Let's see if I can line it up and get it right. If not, I'll put a new piece of designer series paper on there. Yeah, it's not stamping right. Okay, so I'm going to grab another piece here. I have an extra cut just in case. So part of it, I think, is because it needs to be stamped on a mat. So I'm going to bring this back in. Okay, so wishes. There we go. That's a good reminder to make sure you use a mat when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps. We're going to put that right over that. Hi, Elaine. Here we go. Okay, so now we have this beautiful card, or it's going to be beautiful when we're done with it. And this goes first, so that color shows through that heart there. I probably, if I were to do this again, would use the petunia. So it pulls the petunia in there instead of the pretty in pink. And so what I've got now is there's another die that has these hearts in it. And we're going to layer them along here to help hold this flap closed. And first of all, we're going to take a bone folder and just kind of take it like this and pull that so it will bend easier. Okay. So now I'm going to shut that, and I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of the large portion of the heart, this side of it. There will be nothing on that end of the heart. So I'm going to lay that down, grab some dimensionals here, and we're going to put it on the large portion. And we'll use this one. So you want it on the fat side of the heart right here. And then you want pink or dark? I think the pink probably. Turn that over. And add that here. All right. So let's start. Let's put the pink at the top. All right, so I'm going to close this down, and I want just this edge, just this little edge over the end of the paper there. All right, same thing. I'm going to put this one at the bottom. You don't want a huge amount over it, just the edge over it like that. And then the same thing with your middle one, the blue one. Right there like that. Best wishes. And the other thing I'm going to do is we'll come in and add some color dots. Let's add in color gems. Sorry about the arm there. So how about, thank you for my take your pick tool. Thanks, Becky. Thanks, Margaret. That means a lot. Okay. Take your pick where, well, I'll just try and do it with my fingers. Okay, so here we go. Let's add, I'm going to add a Petunia Pop right here. Just try and cover that smudge. And we'll add one right there. Let's add another one maybe down here. All right, so the only thing I would, oh, there's one more thing I want to do, and that is add some Link of Stella. Well, anyways, I'll show you on the other card. So, so here's our card. We open it up. It says Best Wishes. You open it like this, and then you've got this flap here, and you've got your place to put your gift card. Now you could stamp it so that this doesn't show it all sticking out here, and move the hearts over so they're more on the edge here. See what I mean? And this goes down like that, and then you just, we're going to push that up like that and slide it under those hearts to hold it. So there's that one. Now on the other one that I did, this right here, this Best, I've got Link of Stella on it. You probably can't see it, but I'm not sure what I did with it. Anyway, so there's that card we did, and we did this one, and we did this one. So I hope you enjoyed these, and I'll be doing more cards this week with this Friends Forever bundle. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll let you know when I post the project sheets for these cards. Take care, and thank you so much for joining me. And I forgot to post this week's winner. Cindy, you were the week before, so I will do that right now and then let you know who it is. But if you share, I'll be putting you into a drawing, so for something cool. Thanks you guys so much. Have a good night now. Bye.